A report titled The Returns of the Asset Classes by CRE Matrix says in 7 out of last 10 years, at least one real estate asset class has surpassed the returns of the Sensex in that year. For everyone holding on to a real estate portfolio which has seen tepid increase in prices of the homes they own, this seems like a tall claim. Let's get the details from Abhishek Kiran Gupta, CEO of CRE Matrix. Abhishek, very optimistic report on real estate returns. So my question is, tell us, how do the returns stack up in both the short term and the long term against other asset classes?
So once again, a wonderful rocking Diwali to all listeners. It's coming after 2 years. I'm super excited. Okay. But coming back to real estate and our report, we simply took 8 financial assets available in India to all investors, which includes gold, silver, the GSEC, the Sensex, and of course, commercial real estate and residential. Very, very surprised, impressed to see that if you invested 10 lakh rupees in 10 years, the Sensex and the commercial real estate, what we also commonly call CRE, gave you 3x returns. So the 10 lakhs became 30 lakhs. Gold, which is everybody's favorite, only made your 10 lakhs about 18 lakhs. Residential made it 20 lakhs. And silver was actually minus at 9 lakhs. So what I'm trying to say is, Sensex and commercial gave you about 10 to 11% returns comfortably compounded over 10 years. Residential gave you about 6 to 7%, of which 1.5% would be your rental, and the remaining 4 or 5% would be your appreciation. It has not been a great 10 year or decade for residential because prices went up, interest rates were low, they were structurally going down. Government, recently cut stamp duty. So it was a great run of the last 2-3 years. But I think going forward, we'll have to be very careful with what we do with the real estate asset class, especially residential.
And what do you mean by being cautious with what we do with residential? Because everyone is saying that real estate is cyclical. So if you've had commercial do very well for the last 10 years, the next 5, at least if not 10, 5 years could be for residential. Do you agree?
I often say this, a city like Delhi and Bombay, where prices are already at 50,000 rupees a square foot, in the semi-luxury or luxury space, of a probability of 50,000 going to 1 lakh, which is doubling your money, versus a probability in a suburb of Bombay or a suburb of NCR or a suburb or a smaller city like a Jaipur or an Ahmedabad, 5,000 going to 10,000 is far, far, possible.
Okay.
Therefore, 2 things that I'm trying to say. 1, pick your developers well, pick your city well, pick your location well, right? And do not leverage, because if you are buying residential at 8.5% capital cost, expecting a rental income of 1.5% and hopefully an appreciation of 5 to 6%, you're actually in negative. You're out of money.
Okay. So you're saying that be careful. That's the first sermon.
Be careful on multiple fronts, on the ticket size, on the city you select, on the location. Just make sure that your project delivers on time, because even if a project gives you double returns over 10 years, from an IRA perspective, actually you've lost money.
It has to double in 5 years. Abhishek Kiran, thank you very much for joining us and giving us a flavor of that report. Interesting to know, because people have been feeling a little low about the real estate returns. So you're saying commercial real estate actually has performed equal to the Sensex. So yeah, be smart when it comes to residential, or rather real estate. That's a wrap on the Property Show. I'm Manisha Natarajan and I wish you all a very prosperous and happy Deepavali.